Yes, and we're back with O2 Inside Line live. England win versus Wales. Massive, massive game. A must win. Me, Io Kimilleri, and Nolly Waterman, and as well as, come on, brother, well done.
What was that like? Running out in front of 82,000, knowing that you were going to be facing a pretty mad team with Wales.
Yeah, no, it was pretty awesome. On a personal note, first time ever running out at Twickenham in a full house, so it was pretty awesome to experience that. And look, we got the job done. The boys dug deep, and very grateful to come away with a win.
They talk about digging deep. People talk about team spirit. People talk about togetherness, and I think that's something that people keep talking about, especially with this squad. You needed it for those last 5-10 minutes, didn't you?
Yeah, we did indeed. We talked all week about starting fast, and I think we got the start we wanted. Built a lot of pressure early doors, maybe didn't quite get the outcomes we maybe deserved at times, but we always knew Wales were going to come back strong in that second half, and like I said, fair play to the lads, a massive team effort to stick in there.
I was looking at something you guys were all doing together in terms of talking about who your heroes were and stuff like that. All the lads showing a bit of vulnerability, like out in front of the other boys as a way of bonding. Has that really helped to bond this squad? Being vulnerable in front of your teammates.
Yeah, I think we've had like a massive emphasis on bonding as a squad, building connections, so that when we come to these kind of moments, when we got to dig deep, that you got a mate by your side and you can dig in and trust each other together. So it all comes from that.
And also talk to me about last week. So on a Fallow week, I know that training is actually quite often harder and people think, you've got to rest. You did get up to all sorts of different things, cooking, shopping, but we also saw you in bed with Johnny Hill. So
yes.
Talk to me about that.
Well, we had an event at Peter Jones, so John Lewis in London, and we got about halfway through, and me and Johnny decided to go to the bed section and go for a lay down, and that's the extent of it, really. And next thing you know, our cameraman walked up and caught us, so we thought it'd make some good content.
Amazing! Look, it was awesome, and running out in front of a full Twickenham's amazing. But actually, there's probably a couple of people in this crowd that really, really meant a lot to you. Talk us through who it was that was here from your family, and also how many of your mates tried getting free tickets.
So of course, Mum and Dad were here as always. They follow me everywhere, so really proud to have them here, and couldn't thank them enough. And I've got some other family, brother, little nephews here, little niece. So it'd be nice to see them after. And in fairness, not too many tried getting a free ticket. So, but I'm sure there'll be a few more in the future.
Note to people at home, ask him.
I tell you what, you probably could do with that bed right now, couldn't you? After such a massive game. Off you go. Enjoy
Thank
the
you very much.
celebrations and congratulations
Cheers,
again, bro.
thank you very much.
Massive congratulations. See ya.
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, as a young player that everybody's been talking about, the player that they thought would start, and it wasn't him. He's worked so incredibly hard to get that starting shirt. To play how he did in front of 82,000 people, it must have been an absolute killer being on the bench, seeing the game out. But, what a wonderful moment and opportunity for him.
Hugely, but also I think it's a rare moment when you come to Twickenham. Not many people experience it if they don't come to the stadium, when England scored their first try. And what a try it was, Nolly.
Oh, it was kind of from nowhere. It was tussle here, there and everywhere. And look, Don Brandt has been beating defenders for fun in the Premiership. He's stepped into this England shirt maybe a little bit later than a lot of people wanted, but he's really carved up and taken the opportunity that he did at the back of the line out when, and reaching. Older player at Quins yesterday, Danny Kerr, got a try with fingertips, and so I think he needed to make sure he got there. Otherwise, he would have got a bit of stick when he got home to
Well,
Quins.
I tell you what, for you guys watching, take a look at that try just now. Let's take a look.
Real problems at the line out for Wales. And Don Brandt, look at the athleticism here. The long reach, and he gets there.
I Not sure what is going on there. So Adam Beard just feels like he might have been impeded there, not able to jump up.
That was a close call, man. It really was. I thought it was literally the worst player was going to come and kick it off.
Way.
Are you kidding me? You thought that was a dead cert?
You know
I thought
what?
that was going to go to TMO,
You know,
genuinely.
Well, it did, but you know that. You know when a player knows they've got the try, because he had full control of that ball and he celebrated straight away. We've got someone to talk to. Hello, Mr. Marler.
Weren't expecting you.
Yeah, I know.
What happened?
You lumbered with me.
That's all right.
Maro's obviously more important, and he's got more people wanting him. So you got me. Sorry.
We've worked together before. I requested you.
we had good fun there.
I
didn't we?
requested you.
Yeah,
Bro, how was
You're
that?
a liar. You're a liar. You're an absolute liar. I get it.
I'm a truthful man. Look at his face. Is this a face that lies?
Yes. How can I help?
We just want to know how the game went for you. How was it?
Yeah, it was great. You know, we won, and I thought it was a really controlled first half. Bit stop-start, bits that give it a rest. Would you? Trying to make it all about him. Ridiculous. What
All
a
these
legend.
kids everywhere.
What a legend. What a legend.
There's more kiddies. Come and say hi.
Come on.
It's not official, but we want you in. Look at
David
this.
Slade.
A future red rose, hopefully.
Hello.
Hiya. Is that a sheep
Absolutely
that you're
bamboozled
strangling
by
like
the
Daddy
cameras.
did? Oh, sorry.
Slady, you take over, mate. It's great.
Oh, bye, Jay.
You see what he's just done? Slady, look what he's just done to you.
Oh, no, mate. Left
Stitch you up.
How you feeling?
The camera now?
Must be lovely having her holding her after the match, watching you. Does she quite recognise what Daddy's doing?
I don't know. I don't think she knows quite what's going on yet, but I think she's excited to see me, which is nice. So, yeah.
How cool is it though? Like, you know, just looking over at your Exeter boys.
Yeah.
To have family in the crowd, because everyone talks about the 82,000, everyone talks about the noise and the fans, but fundamentally, this little lady is probably someone that you're playing for, right?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, in lockdown, when no one was here, it was tough, and playing here it was a bit echoey and a bit strange. Hey, mate. But yeah, having these guys here is so special. Even moments like singing the anthem and trying to pick them out in the crowd, and just makes you, it gives you that extra little bit you need, I think. And yeah, it's awesome to see them after the game, because obviously we're away during the week, and this little bit of time we get on weekends is so special, so it's nice.
How's the last couple of weeks been then with the boys coming into this match in terms of prep and stuff like that? What's been drummed into you, and how have they got you to relax a little bit and just sort of try and enjoy yourselves a little bit as well?
Yeah, it's been really good a couple of weeks actually. We trained in Chelsea last week. Storm Eunice came along, which was pretty weird. So we had a couple of challenging sessions in that. But I think the whole week and what we've been doing as a campaign, really, we've come together really well. I think you're seeing that in performances, and that's a great performance. It's great to be back in front of all this lot and roll on 2 weeks.
What do you actually, I mean, we've seen loads of stuff that you get up to off the field, but is it an actual break physically when you go into a fallow week, or do you really knock 10 lumps out of each other?
It seems like you all actually know. I'm
saying this because I saw a few of the boys last week and they were nearly asleep before we even started filming. So maybe tell the viewers exactly how it is.
Well, it's obviously we get the weekend off, which is nice, but we pretty much we get the couple of days home. But the training during the week is that much harder because there's no game, so it's a bit 6 of one, half a dozen. Is that of the other? Is that a saying? Something like that. Something like that. We'll go along with that. So yeah, yes and no, I say.
I've seen a few of the lads turn their hands into cooking, right? This last couple of weeks. Who's the master chef in the team?
I don't know. I think the group with the old heads. Ben Young's a team one, I think. Probably because he's old and had a lot of experience. But
what your cooking skills?
I'm saying it was Fitz because I made a hell of a beef Wellington, but we'll see moving forward. But it was a good experience. We've had a few things last week because there's no game. We can do things in the afternoons and evenings, and we've had a few events put on for the lads. It's been really good. Like I say, brought us closer together, and we've had a good time.
We at the start of the show before the game, we got to see Tom Kerridge, who was the chef that I was going to say, you won't be holding there like that for too much longer. we saw Tom Kerridge before the game, and he was talking about the similarities in the pressure as a head chef. You don't know what's going to be thrown at you.
Yeah.
Like, how cool was it to meet someone like that that's at the top of their game, but just in a totally different profession? Was it did you get to chat to him, or were you concentrating on your beef Wellington?
Yeah, well, they were sort of coming around whilst we were cooking, like having a little chat and helping. But at the start, we got to see them and how they work together as a team, making their stuff. And obviously, it's like you say, there's a lot of similarities and working under pressure, getting everything ready on time, and a lot of communication goes into it. So yeah, there's things we can take from that, as well as it being good fun and bringing the boys together.
Nice
right.
one. Well,
Cheers, guys.
I'll let you take her and enjoy her. See you in a bit. How sweet is that, just having your daughter there? Like, you called it, right? I'm not even going to say it, but you said you're just going to go down to kicking. And I was like, here she goes again, thinking she knows what's going on. And you are absolutely right, Nolly.
You're welcome. Look, you know what? Penalties come from different positions and different places, and a lot of the time it comes from pressure. And England just showed how they could apply pressure on so many different areas of the game. And fair play to Marcus Smith stepping up. He missed a couple as well, but yet managed to slot them. And the scoreboard ticking over. You know, Wales had to play like they did at the end because they were still 2 scores out. They managed to get a try, but it was under pressure for them. Got another
quick 2 minutes.
Yo,
I heard you. Carl, good to see you. Great match.
Am I looking at you or am I looking at the camera?
You're looking at both of us. You are actually live now. You know that.
Oh, really? Oh, hey, guys.
this ain't no media thing. But come on, man. South London boy here at Twickenham. How does it feel like, man?
Oh, no, it was amazing. Obviously, on a personal level, to win my 50th cap. If you'd have told me I'd have 50 caps for England, you know, when I was a little boy, I'd have bit your arm off, literally. I would have literally, it's a dream come true. And I just really wanted to enjoy the occasion and put my game on the field today. And obviously, most important thing was to get the win, and we did that. Obviously, it was a bit scrappy towards the end, but a win's a win.
Think about that, right? I mean, be honest. Do you think about this is my 50th cap, or are you just here to do the job? Be honest.
A little bit of both. Like, obviously, it's in the back of your mind, but it just goes so quick. It goes so quick. It literally feels like the other day when I made my debut against South Africa, and now, I think 6 or 7 years later, it's like my 50th cap. 2 Lions tours, so not
Sorry
bad.
about that.
Casual.
Not bad going.
So we've been really privileged to see in the changing rooms,
Yeah.
and you've presented a first cap.
Oh yeah.
Who do you think is going to present you with your 50th?
Oh,
Who would you like it to be?
I don't know. We did like a little team presentation yesterday. Marla, in typical Joe Marla fashion, was hilarious and did a little presentation for me, but obviously it was nice. I've known Joe since I was about 16 years old, so I've known him forever. A close friend of mine. So anyone really. I just think it's one of those things. It's like I'm absolutely elated to win 50 caps, but in the same breath, like I'm glad it's kind of over now. It's like moving on now to the next one, because it means a lot, and it's a big occasion. I'm just glad we won. So happy
Who
days.
did you have here to watch you?
Literally, the whole of Tooting was here.
Come on.
The whole of the West Stand, basically. No, quite a lot, probably like 30, 40 people. So.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
so you nicked Harry Randall's tickets then? Because
any tickets that were going, I
You
was
were grabbing
having.
it. Do you know what? There's a little documentary coming out, obviously.
Oh yeah, Monday, yeah.
But I'm interested in that, because
Yeah.
for me it's like, you know, you're from a part of town that isn't well known for rugby in that
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah.
How much does it mean to you, and also what has it done for you as a sport in general?
Oh, mate, like in terms of rugby, it's changed my whole life, my whole perspective on life. When I was growing up as a kid, I didn't even know the sport existed. I just thought, you know, South London's football. And I guess unfortunately, but fortunately for me, I found rugby, but football wasn't for me because I just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But then when but as soon as I touched the rugby ball, it was like a match made in heaven. I just fell in love with the game, and I remember saying to my mum, after my first rugby session, I was like, I'm going to be a rugby player. And I didn't know if it was a professional sport or not. I was like, I'm going to do this. This is going to be my, you know, my craft and my profession. I'm just very grateful, you know, all the support I've had, and hopefully you guys tune in and see the documentary on Monday. I've had a lot of helping hands. A lot of people have stuck by me and helped me along the way, and it's just nice that you know, I could kind of show my journey and hopefully inspire the next generation.
How did you find it helped you being that vulnerable in front of a camera and telling your story? Do you think it's actually helped you as well as an individual?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the main thing is just, I think it's simple to say, but it's actually really hard to do in the world we live in today, is be yourself and be authentic. Like, you always questioning yourself, have I said the right thing? Have I offended anyone? But whereas I've got a good relationship with all the media team at ITV and obviously the guys at O2 and England Rugby, so it's easy for me to kind of be myself and be authentic. And it's like, you can't, at the end of the day, you can't please everyone. You just have to kind of be yourself, stay true to who you are, and that's all I've tried to do, and you know, come across like that in the documentary.
Honestly, brother, thank you so much for joining us, Carl.
No, cheers,
Great
thanks for having
game.
me.
Well done, and congrats for the win as well.
Yeah.
No, cheers, thank you, fans.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. Take care.
Yeah, see you later.
Absolute superstar. What a legend.
Honestly, absolute legend, and also what a win. At 23-19, England beat Wales. Another couple of weeks, they'll be playing Ireland. How do you think that one's going to play out?
Oh, we're going to win them all now. It's fine. It's easy. We're going to eat Ireland in a couple of weeks. Then we're going to go to France and ruin their hopes of a Grand Slam, everything.
I mean, you're so mean. You get so competitive. Goodness me, look, it's been an absolute pleasure. And
Likewise.
obviously we'll be back again over the next couple of weeks for that match in Ireland. And also don't forget to head over to England Rugby socials for lots of really, really good stuff, including all the behind the scenes with these guys and their training and their team bonding and all that kind of stuff. But from here, see you soon. Ta-da! England won! Yes!